At 6:28, we are following four big breaking stories this morning. In Portsmouth, protesters gathered at the city's Confederate monument overnight. It came shortly after a city council meeting where council members and city officials mulled over ways to tackle moving the statue.
In Newport news, one man is dead and another is hurt after a double shooting. It happened not far from police headquarters.
In Virginia Beach, two people are hurt after a shooting at the oceanfront.
And in Norfolk, crews are investigating a fire that left 10 people displaced. We'll have all these stories coming up. But first on this Wednesday morning, we start with breaking news coverage with 10 on your side's Kiana Patterson. She's live at the Confederate Monument in Portsmouth with overnight developments. Kiana?
That's right, Don and Katie, and in just the last 5 minutes, a man came down and removed the coverings here at the Confederate Monument. When we were out here all morning, since around 1 o'clock this morning, those statues were covered with trash bags and sheets. But again, in just the last 5 minutes, a man came down here with a ladder and removed those coverings. Now, this is just off of High Street in downtown Portsmouth. Demonstrators were down here all night last night, and a young man came back up here this morning and says those protesters covered the monuments because they want the city to remove the statues. Now, I did just speak with a man. His name is John Francis. He came down here this morning just 30 minutes ago and spoke with me about what it means to see those coverings over the monument.
Because it's a statement. It's saying this change is coming, and we will rise 1,000 times again and again. Although I'm using some of the words, they're very deep and they're very powerful and they're very true. And this change is coming. And it's a beautiful movement, and that's a beautiful sight.
Now, in the video from last night, you can see protesters here at the 54-foot tall Confederate Monument. At one point, Police Chief Angela Green was out here talking with the group, and they were chanting, "Remove the stain" and "Black Lives Matter." Now, this was citing the painful history for blacks regarding slavery, segregation, and police brutality. Now, the Portsmouth NAACP has called for the removal of this monument for several years. Last night, the city council discussed relocating the monument in a video meeting. The mayor says they still need to find out if they have the right to move the monument. And now this was an issue that a judge ruled against back in 2018. Now, some members of council are in favor of moving the monument, but Councilman Bill Moody says he believes removing the monument means removing history. Now, that is also something that the young man out here was doing this morning. He says that he feels like removing those coverings was important to him because his ancestors were in the Confederacy. Now, the city attorney is expecting to reveal more information on if the city has the right to move it at their next meeting. In Portsmouth, Kiana Patterson, 10 on your side.